The most useful selection techniques in Blender. And the one to rule them all is to learn how to use hotkeys or keyboard shortcuts. So I strongly recommend you, if you don't know the hotkeys I'm going to talk about in this video, to take some notes. Because you will be like a bird without wings in Blender if you don't know any hotkeys. So let's get into it. So the first selection method I'm going to show you is a box selection. So if we just click somewhere on this empty space and press down and drag, we're going to create this box here. So we can just drag this over our objects and select everything. Then I'm going to go X and delete everything in my scene. So now I'm going to go Shift and A, and I'm going to bring in our torus, or a nice fat ring. And as you can see, this torus has a yellow outline around it. And this means that this object now is selected. So if I click somewhere else, we will deselect this object, click on it again. Obviously, we select it and click somewhere else, we can deselect it. However, this way of deselecting this object with just clicking on something on this empty space here is not very functional way of doing stuff in Blender. So let me show you why. So if we go into edit mode, say that we have selected this face and now we want to deselect it, and we just click on something else. So if we're working on a bigger scene, you will very often just click on something else instead of actually deselecting it. So a much better way of deselecting stuff in Blender is going Alt and A. So deselect everything. So A will select everything. Alt and A will deselect everything. Or I can show you my personal favorite is to go Control and C. And that will bring you one step back. So if we just go Control and C, it will bring you back even out of edit mode and into object mode. So Control and C, the best way to deselect. So you probably noticed that some stuff is going on up here. And so we have some modes here. So we have what we call a vertex mode, an edge mode, and a face mode. And you can toggle between these mode with going 1 and 2 and 3. So 1 is vertex mode. Number 2 is this edge mode here. And number 3 is face mode. So that is nice to be aware of. So let me show you how you can do another way of selection. So I'm going to click 7 and go into top view. So say I want to select just a little part of this object there, and I want to select it all the way around. So if I click on this face and go Control and plus, we can do a selection like this. Now, if I change my mind, so I don't want this part here to the right to be selected, but I want this part here to the left instead to be selected. Then we can go Control and I, so that will change your selection like that. Another way to select stuff here in Blender is to say that you box select everything, or you believed that you box select everything, But if you go to the bottom here, you can see that you haven't selected the entire mesh. So what you need to do then, or could do, is going Alt and C, and that will give this mesh a see-through look. It's what we call the X-ray mode. And now if I box select everything here, we will select everything in this mesh. So there's one way. Another way that is very useful to know is what we call a loop selection or a ring selection. And to do this, you need to be aware of that it matters where you click on these faces here. So if I want to ring or loop select a ring all around this mesh, then I need to click one face and then go Shift and Alt and go close to the edge of the second face and click. So select one face, hold down Alt, so Shift and Alt, go close to the edge here and click. So say that I click here in the middle, holding down Alt, I'm going to loop select in this direction. So these are the most useful ways you can select stuff in Blender. There's a bunch of other ways as well, but I found these methods here to be the most useful. So yeah, if you learned something, it would be nice if you can subscribe. Have a great day and peace out.